Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming a thrift with me, but I'm also going to be doing a decorate with me as well. So we're just going to be kind of putting a twist on both of those. So typically whenever I film decorate with me's, each season, I like to take you guys with me in through the entire room. We piece together each item one by one and style an entire room. And we are still going to be doing that today, but we're going to be doing it a little differently. So today you guys are going to get the best of both worlds when it comes to decorating and thrifting. So last week, whenever I worked at Renew, I did film some clips of tons of spring, just thrifted pieces that I absolutely loved, and I figured that you guys would enjoy seeing those as well. And I'm going to share those with you guys today. But then we're going to be coming right back here into my dining room, and I'm going to be showing you guys a collection of the pieces that are thrift store finds, yard sale finds, antique store finds, just literally anything that is secondhand to me. And I'm going to be showing you how I'm styling those specific pieces here in my dining room, and then I will give you an overview of what the whole room looks like. So I tend to focus on my dining room table. As you can see, you guys are kind of getting a sneak peek already, but my dining room table, I also decorate my hutch back there, and overall in my dining room I have a couple of like corner nooks too. I don't have anything thrifted in there right now except for a table that I will show you guys here in just a little bit. But anyways, I think that'll be a lot of fun. So if any of that sounds good to you, kind of switching it up a little bit when it comes to decorating, but using those thrifted inspo along the way when it comes to home decorating, let me know. I'm definitely planning to still decorate my kitchen. I actually have a fun project in there right now that should be in an upcoming video, but I'm very much excited to share that with you guys. Just a very simple thing, but it's going to be making a pretty large impact in our kitchen. And then I also want to show you guys our living room as well this spring season. So for today, like I said, we're focusing in the dining room, but for now we're going to be heading to Renew. I'm going to show you those clips that I filmed previously and just point out some really awesome finds that I found specifically that week. And then we're gonna come back here and I'll show you some of my own pieces. But let's head to the thrift store now. One of my favorite sections to look at while thrifting is the furniture section. You can find such great pieces here at wonderful prices, and Renew on this particular day had several really good things to choose from. I really love looking at their bed frames. I think that that is a great way to kind of add some character to your bedroom by switching those out. They also had these really neat like green vintagey looking dressers. The hardware was beautiful on those, and I think those could be fun to add to a space as well. And as you guys can see, there was no shortage of items this particular day, and I did end up using all of these to style in my little section. So that's one of the beauties about going here, is just getting your hands on all the beautiful things. I love looking for old frames and plants, any type of pottery, or just beautiful dishes, baskets. I mean, literally you name it. You can find some pretty good things at a thrift store at such wonderful prices. All right, so we are back home now and we are here in the dining room like I said we would be. I'm going to be sharing some of the secondhand pieces that I have in this space, things that I love, things that I use year after year, and hopefully this gives you some inspiration on things that you can keep an eye out for if you're wanting to add just some more older elements to your home to give it just, I don't know, more of a rich vibe. Whenever I say rich, I'm not meaning like money rich. I'm meaning like rich in color and texture and things like that. Something that I strive to do in our home is to keep it very practical, make it very useful. I don't like a lot of like clutter and things just around just for the sake of having them. I am very intentional when it comes to the pieces that I bring into my home, how I tend to use them, so on and so forth. So I do want to mention we do have a family of 5, 3 of which are boys, little boys, and so we are in our dining room constantly. We love just gathering at our dining room table. We do this every single day when it comes to mealtime, also on the weekends, you know, if we have friends over, things like that. So I like to keep my dining room table just very practical, very basic. I do love a good centerpiece, so I do intend to, you know, have those on there. But stuff that I can just pick up easily and remove whenever we have dinner time and things like that, that is what I strive to do. Now, as far as our hutch goes, this is just kind of a fun little extra piece. We do use it. The bottom of it down here does have some storage, so we'll keep like cookbooks and just like random things that we don't necessarily need all the time, but we still need around, if that makes sense. So that is down here. And then this little area here on the inside of the hutch, honestly, it's just a lot of pretty pieces that I love just displaying, and I tend to switch those out each season and things like that. So for the winter time, I had a lot of just moodier pieces that were a little darker and richer in color and whatnot. And for the spring and summer and just like those lighter and warmer months, I like to keep lighter colors in there, a little bit of brighter things in there, adding in different textures and patterns, just fun things that just kind of help to liven up the room a little bit. Our room in here is pretty neutral, but I actually did order a rug recently. It's supposed to be here tomorrow, so I'm very excited. So in my next video, you guys will be seeing that, so I'm super pumped. But yes, I just like keeping fun things in there that are really unique to me that I still just love displaying in my home. So this is kind of just a fun little bonus thing. The hutch I did buy secondhand from Facebook Marketplace. Bought it for $65. It was originally just like a wood finish, and I painted it matte black. I've had it for several years now, and I just love it. And then up here at the top, this is not thrifted, but I just keep a little faux plant up there. It actually looks very realistic. And then down here at the bottom, you guys can kind of see the plant here. I do have this bottle. It is a wicker bottle. Super pretty. This was a secondhand item, and I just keep this cherry blossom stem in here. So if you guys missed my like spring florals video I did several weeks ago, I'll have that link down below in the description box. I'll have like a whole spring playlist for you guys to check out if you want. But I do have these linked in that video. They just came from Walmart. This one stem here, which is huge, as you guys can see, it's like $5, so it's very affordable, but it still gives that really light and airy feel that I enjoy this time of year. So I just like to keep this down here, and having kind of like the plant kind of layered here with the hutch is just really pretty to me and something that I get very excited about. So anyways, I'm going to give you guys a closer up look into the hutch. So let's go ahead and see what we got inside. Okay, so when it comes to things that I like to store in the hutch, like I said before, it's literally just things that I just really enjoy and I love displaying. So some things are very practical. A picture here, I can just bring this down. I can put some flowers in here if I wanted to. Super pretty, but I love looking for vintage and just thrifted, antiqued pictures and just any kind of vessel. So this is one of my favorite ones that I found at an antique store a very long time ago, and I keep that in here pretty frequently. I also love incorporating brass pieces, and one of my favorite ones to use for spring and summer, simply because of the detail, is this little guy here. So he has some like leaves on there, and it just screams like warmer weather to me. I think it's just really pretty. Again, a thrift store find, no real significance to it. I just really enjoy it. So I like to keep that in here. Some things that I also love, you know, displaying in my home are gifted items. things that are gifted to me from friends. One of my very best friends, she loves thrifting and whatnot, and I've had several pieces gifted to me from her that I love. One of them being this bowl. I love using this in the spring and summertime as well. It's just that really pretty like speckled blue pattern. I am a sucker for blue. If you guys are new to my channel, you will catch on to that quickly. Yes, I'm wearing a blue shirt today, but we just love adding the blues and greens into our home. So this is just a fun little piece that I like to incorporate in here. And then again, more brass pieces. They're just really unique and fun. You can find so many different things. This is more of a vessel, but I just like to keep this stored in here. And my method for decorating my hutch, I just like for my main focal points to be here in the middle, because as you guys can see, we do have glass on each of these doors. Actually the middle one is the only door. The other ones are just like little windows. But yeah, so I like to put my main focal points here, and then I will, you know, just kind of add in pieces on the sides that all make it cohesive and flow. And one of the things I have been incorporating into my hutch that is new to me this year, but I really enjoy it, are just little pieces of still life or landscape art. This frame I have had for many years, and I just printed off a little still life. It has some flowers on there and a beautiful pot, and I just keep that stored in here on some thrifted books. So again, something that I love looking for at thrift stores are books, simply for colors, for texture, things like that. I don't read them, but I do love using them. So this is kind of how I will display this in my hutch. You can do this exact same method on a fireplace if you wanted to, like on a mantle, or on shelving, like open shelving, anything like that. Bookshelves, I don't have any bookshelves or open shelving in my home, so this is just kind of where I can have that fun and just display, you know, these really unique pieces to me and kind of have that creative flair to it. And then as far as the other side, I just have more brass, so I'll give you guys a closer up look, but I hope this gives you some ideas on how you can do some shelf styling or hutch styling, or just simple ways to kind of make vignettes that are very basic yet they look beautiful at the same time. Okay, we do have a little corner over here that I always keep this thrifted table at. I got this thing for $10, and I think it is just so beautiful. I love the details on there. You can find some really good thrifted furniture. Hands down, some of my favorite pieces that I've ever purchased are secondhand. So this one being only $10, like I said, but the detail on it is just so pretty. This could be, you know, a really nice like nightstand, or if you had a table that you wanted next to a couch or some seating. Or in my case, if you just want to have a cute little table in the corner, sometimes I'll put a plant on here, sometimes I'll do some vases, just different things like that. But for now, we have a record player out here, and this is one that we've had for several years now as well. And I just think it's really cozy to just keep over here in the corner. So that's what I have over here in this space. And then, you know, I have photos and whatnot above it, but it's looking into our living room. But I really like this piece. Again, only $10, so don't sleep on the thrift store when it comes to furniture. Literally, some of my absolute favorite pieces are thrifted. Okay, so when it comes to my dining room table, again, I like to keep it very practical, but I'm a sucker for just large statement arrangements. I think they are so pretty. They don't have to be anything fancy by any means, just some simple greenery that's real wispy, says a lot in my opinion, and I just think it's really pretty. Makes the home look very organic and just more lived in. I think things that are too structured tend to feel very stiff and just kind of sterile, and that's the exact opposite of what I want my home to feel like. So I find that bringing in these more wispy branches and things like that, either be real or faux plants, just really do a lot for a space. So for our dining room this spring, I whipped together this very large arrangement. The thing that is thrifted here is the crock being one. I found this at a local kind of like a thrift antique type store for only $12 several years ago. I use it all of the time. And then also these flowers, the white flowers. So I found these again at a local store that actually the same store I bought this vase at, just a separate time. But anyways, they were in a gigantic bundle for like $4 or $5, and I've used them so many times, year after year after year. But yes, I love this. There was really no method to creating this. I did stick in the greenery first, so just the plain green are separate. These I actually got from my mom secondhand. I believe they're originally from Target from like a year or two ago, but I just mixed in those white flowers and I just think they look so pretty. So just been sticking that on the center of my table, but to add a little bit of like texture, and I don't know, mainly just texture, because this isn't necessarily a necessity, but just something that I enjoy, is centering it with a basket, kind of grounding that. So this is again a secondhand basket, and I love it. It's kind of like a tray. If you wanted to, you could hang this on a wall, or you know, use it whatever I'm using it for as a centerpiece. So simply just been taking this tray, placing this on top, and setting it in the center of our dining room table. And I love it. It's just really, like I said, just natural looking, and very simple and practical to just move that one thing, you know, whenever we eat, no big deal at all. And then whenever I make my dining room table, I typically like to do it in kind of like a group of 3. That's just more visually pleasing for me. You know, do it however you like. But I like to bring in candles a lot of the time. And the thing that I have here that is a thrifted item was actually gifted to me again from one of my friends, and they are these candlestick holders. I think they are so pretty. They kind of look like petals or even like leaves, but I think they're beautiful. I do have them in a set of 2, and what I've been doing is placing some candlesticks in here. These are kind of just like a kind of like a grayish color. And you can find these really inexpensive at like Hobby Lobby. You can get them for like $1. So pretty inexpensive, but I like to do kind of like the layered look where I have a taller candle, a shorter candle, and that kind of gives it a little bit more dimension. But I've just been placing them here on my dining room table to the side of that arrangement, and I really love it. I think it's just super stunning. And then again, just for something extra, I have been loving burning this specific candle this year, but I have been placing it on this little book. It's just a thrifted book. It's like a linen cover, and then it has some blue lettering. Again, with the blue, you guys know I'm a sucker for it, but I've just been placing a candle on top of it and setting that on my dining room table, because that's kind of where the safest place would be in my home to burn a candle. But I'll give you guys a closer up look of this table as well. And if you guys ever want me to do a video on just like simply creating arrangements, let me know. I'm not like a pro at that by any means, but I do really enjoy it, and I just like how they come out. So let me know about that. But yeah, let's get a closer look at this table. for today's video. I hope you enjoyed going thrifting with me and coming back here and doing a little bit of decorating and just seeing some thrifted pieces that I have here in my home and how I have them styled. As always, I hope this video gives you tons of inspiration when it comes to intentional living, affordable decorating, and thrifting. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you, and be sure to hit that bell notification. That way you're notified every time I post. I try to post at least once to 2 times a week. Those are my goals. So I do have tons more thrifting, tons more decorating, and just all things home coming your way. So thanks so much for being here, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.